Hello everyone, Jorge Huertas once again with all of you. Today I'm gonna show you how to use the color theory. This video is also available in Spanish. Well, the color theory is a concept and a visual tool. It got the following characteristics. It is used to explain how the colors are generated. We can find two theories in this regard. There are the additive synthesis and the subtractive synthesis. I will explain that later on each one of those. Each color has a connotation and a denotation, and it is essential to know that they represent and how should they be combined, how they are applied, and in a corporate identity, infographic, or any visual development. There are two types of color model, the additive and the subtractive. The color model additive is used for digital display. It means everything that you develop in a computer or in a um, technological device. And is based on tangible colors such as, and of course the subtractive is based in tangible colors. It means when you are painting a wall or you are making artistic development. So it's very important to keep in mind those characteristics. So the color theory is something that is very important because it will allow you and give you the technical knowledge to know how do they work and how they are made. So when you are going to use a color, it's extremely important that you ask what are you going to use it for. Is it for a branding development? Is it for a application, user interface? Whatever it is, you have to keep that in mind. It's something that is very important because perhaps the colors will have to be in line with branding. But if you don't have a specific brand that you're working on, perhaps you have more freedom to use and combine those colors. The combination is something that is very important because not all the colors can work with each other. We're gonna see it in this video. You have to have a clear objective, a clear purpose of what you want to find and what you want to do with the colors that you are working on. And of course, always remember that any situation and any development that you are working, it has to be user-centered design. That is the most important principle. Remember that whatever you like is going into a second place because the most important thing is that any decision that you make is user-centered design. Okay, so here we have our Pantone, our circle of colors. And the first thing that you need to know is the construction. The basic colors are the primary colors. It means that with those combinations you can create other colors. Those colors are yellow, blue, and red. Those are the primary colors. When you combine the yellow with red, you obtain orange. When you combine yellow with blue, you obtain green. And when you combine blue with red, you obtain purple. Those are the secondary colors. When you combine those colors between each other, you start creating different kind of inks and different kind of colors. So you have tertiary colors, and all of those combinations are possible between combine this first three and this first secondary. So those are very important. When you understand that, you start see that each color has a specific meaning. The primary colors, the yellow is always related with something that is happy, that is fun, that is energetic, that is electric, and that is hot. The blue is always related with something that is calm, that is classic, that is related with the night, that is related with water, and it's a cold color. The red one is usually uh, related with something that is strong, dynamic, enthusiasm, that is heat, that is hot. Those combinations and those connotations are with the specific combinations, they are related. The orange, the green, and the purple got a specific meaning. But something that is very important is the black and white. Why? Because those colors are the most common ones to use for contrast, but they are always related. Of course, the black with something that is very elegant, with the night, that have a strong contrast and that is classic. The white is related with something of day, that something that is complete, that something that contrasts, and it's also very classic. There is something very important that you need to know. If you want to combine a color, black is the best option because it will have a stronger contrast and you could push it in a better way. The combinations is something very important. You always have to have a dominant color. It means that it will be at least in the 80% and perhaps more of the whole combination. You will have a secondary color, that is the one that you contrast, and you will have another color that it goes in the same way and it will have a small percentages. Here are the most traditional combinations that you could make with colors. So for example, this is the combination of this channel. This is related with the branding that we have. So the dominant color here is the black. You will see it's almost in the 85-90% of the whole development. You will have white because it will have the best contrast, and you will highlight it with red. These are the three colors that I usually use, but there are different colors and different combination. A classic one, you could have a dominant as a blue, a very strong blue. You could have a soft blue for contrast, and if you want to highlight it, you can use it with white. Something that is very important, the combination of yellow and white is not I do not recommend that combination. However, if you highlight it with black, it could work very well. But this combination, yellow and white, is not something that usually works very well because the contrast is not good. However, if I use it with black elements, it could work very well and denotates happy energy. It's something very important. You can have like a red with white and perhaps um, a light yellow that will work very well. A natural, of course, with green, with light green here, and of course a stronger one to highlight it. Or something that is very warm, you can use here an orange, contrast with a light orange, and of course something that is like a brown that could highlight some specific stuff. So there are different combinations, and it's very important. I always recommend for a combination, if you are developing something, don't use more than three colors. In a specific situation, like if you are working in a carnival or a festival, you can use more colors, but I usually do not recommend to use those many because it's not good and will get the user confused with all the information that you are giving them. So I recommend to use something perhaps more linear, more classic, because if you use too many colors, it will be very hard to understand. As a conclusion, we can say the colors show the identity that you want to give to a visual development. The combinations are very important, and the contrast is essential to the selection of those colors. When you don't have colors that contrast, it's very hard to highlight something and to understand whatever you want to develop. It is recommended not to use more than three colors in one layout, and even if you can use two colors, it will be good. But if you use more than that, unless that is, like I told you, like a carnival or a festival, I do not recommend to do that. Thank you so much. I hope this video was a big help in your education. Please subscribe to our channel, Design Thinking 24/7. Follow us on social media. Remember that our Udemy courses are already available. In the description of this video you can find it. Remember that every Monday we have a new video in Spanish and every Thursday we have a new video in English. Thank you so much and we'll see you next time.